Hey ladies, welcome back. Sorry I didn't post a video yesterday, but I got really caught up in starting a couple of new classes that I'm taking. And by the time I got finished doing that and studying, I really just didn't even feel like doing a video. So I said, you know what? Today's video is kind of a deeper topic, so I figured, this would be a good one to watch a couple of times. So we're going to use this for days 13 and 14. I think we're on days 13 and 14. Whatever I post, it'll be whatever days it's meant for. So today I want to talk about a little bit about positive and negative conditioning. In the last video, I talked about how we were going to talk more about faith today, and how having faith does not necessarily mean believing in God or believing in a higher being or existence. I know that many people do not believe in God, and they do not believe in angels and things of that nature, and that is okay. We can also look at it from having faith in oneself, because you are the person who has to put your life into action to manifest what you desire in life. So if you really, really want a Ferrari, you have to put the work into having a job that will allow you to acquire that Ferrari, or whatever your dream is. But you have to have that faith in yourself, even if you don't believe in faith from a spiritual or a religious point of view. So when we look at this diagram I've drawn up here, we've got some positive conditionings and then negative conditionings. And so I want to just focus on faith. And when you look at positive conditioning environments, you see all of the benefits, all of the things that allow you to ascend and to work in your highest power, and to work into your life purpose, and working for yourself and the greater good. You have all these awesome things that fall in line under positive conditionings, under faith. But then when you look at the opposite to each of those positive conditionings, we have negative conditionings. Now, negative doesn't necessarily mean bad. It just means things that have happened in your life that maybe you wouldn't have, quote unquote, chosen, or you would have done differently. Okay, it doesn't mean that it was necessarily bad, but maybe you would have decided maybe in another time to decide to do something else. So when you look underneath the negative conditioning side, you see all of the opposites of the positive. So let's focus on faith. When you focus on faith and believing in yourself or believing in God, you're working from your heart space, okay? When you focus on fear, you're focusing on your ego, the mind. What do I mean by that? So let's say you tried to ride a bicycle. You weren't really enthusiastic about it, and so you, as a kid, didn't ride a bike. But as a teenager, you decided that, I'm going to try to ride a bike now. And you get on the bike, and the first time you get off, and you completely skin your hands and your knees, and now you have this negative memory of riding bicycles. Your mind has now programmed yourself in a negative way for your ego to tell you, you don't want to get back on that bike again because you're going to hurt yourself. But if you were working from a heart space, from a faith mentality, you would be like, you know what, that was just one time. It was my first time. I'm going to get back on this bike, and I'm going to ride it, and I'm going to keep on riding it until I can't ride it anymore. That's when you work from a heart space of having faith in yourself. And that doesn't even have to believe, oh, well, God is going to make me ride the bike. No, you have faith in yourself and your abilities. You didn't let your mind control you. You didn't let your ego try to keep you in a fear-based mentality, okay? So when you work from a heart space full of faith, you start to think the more positive things in life. So, for instance, let's say with this whole corona situation, right? The negative is that we can't go anywhere. We're stuck at home. But if we think about, well, that doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing, quote unquote. Let's look at it from a positive point of view. Let's turn that negative into a positive. The positive could be, well, this gives me a lot more time to work on the things that I haven't been working on, or the things that I've wanted to work on, but I haven't had the time to do it. So when you're starting to work from a faith-based mentality, you start to think of things in a more positive light. This also causes you to make more conscious decisions. You're consciously thinking of, what can I do each day to make this day the best day ever right now in the present. Forget about what happened yesterday. Forget about what may happen tomorrow. Consciously make an effort to think about today and be excited about today in the moment. Okay? Because you realize that every day is a blessing just to be here. So you think about the positive things, okay, versus negative things, okay, or repressed or controlling subconscious. If you are stuck in your ego, that means you're always listening to those deep-rooted subconscious things that keep you tied down. Girl, you know you shouldn't get back on that bike because you know what happened last time. Or, oh, you know the last time you decided you were going to do this, what happened? All those negative things, all those now programmed, controlling subconscious things keep you in a negative state of mind. But when you focus on consciously making a decision every day without trying to be over analytical, we're like, well, last time it didn't work. Don't even take your place to that mind space, because then that's when you start thinking negative. Stay positive. Make conscious decisions every day. Just because you didn't do something yesterday doesn't mean that you can't do it today, or make yourself feel bad because you didn't do it yesterday. I don't feel bad about not making the video yesterday. I just chose to do something else that was self-care for me, and that was to take the classes or start the classes that I said that I wanted to start. So making the conscious decision to do that was beneficial for me. So in the process of doing all of those positive things, having faith, working from a heart space and not a mind space, thinking positive thoughts, being conscious about the decisions you make each day, you were constantly reprogramming your brain and your mentality when you do this. And instead of working from the old program mentality, from the genetic DNA that you brought over into your existence with you, from the environment that you live in, from the TV you watch, the food you eat, instead of working from those programmed conditions that have kept you where you are allowing yourself consciously every day to reprogram and upgrade yourself to fully come into the power that you contain within you. And so I hope that this made sense, and that this diagram gives you a perspective of working from a faith-based mentality versus a fear-based mentality. And again, this doesn't mean that none of this even has to relate to God at all if you don't believe in God. This is all about having faith in yourself and manifesting your own power, and to use it the way that you have been sent here to use it for, So I hope that this message makes sense and that it's got you thinking. If I need to talk about this more or certain parts, that's fine, but maybe listen to this one a couple days just to make sure you are understanding the value and the depth of this information, and focusing on positively conditioning yourself, ladies. So I hope that you have a beautiful day. The rest of today, I hope that you are proud of yourselves and that you're patting yourselves on the back. And I will see you ladies tomorrow with the next video. Bye.